Mommy, mommy, mommy of life, international mommy, sweet mother. Mommy, come, we get talk. Factor number 6, fond names. We mothers love to give fond names to our favorite child or children. Let me deviate at this point to play around this one and talk about favoritisms among our children. Later, I'll come back to our main point. Please and please, if you're a mother listening to me right now, please desist from anything favoritism among your children. I know that the temptations are there because all our children does not have the same circumstances surrounding their birth, doesn't have the same behavior, and does not strike the same chord in our hearts. But please desist from practicing favoritisms among your children. You are creating a negative emotional footprint in the heart of the least favorite one or ones. Emotions that is deeper than you can conceive or imagine. If you were a favorite child in your own time, you won't understand. Which, by the way, I was and didn't understand until later on in the years when I began to meet different people by the reason of my job as a marital relationship counselor. I began to acknowledge and understand the depth of different emotions people carry from their childhood. In this case, favoritisms is very deep in the heart of the least favorite ones and very dangerous for the favorite ones. Remember Joseph and his brothers in the Bible. Remember Esau and Jacob. It is true that their story ended well, but in our own reality today, it doesn't always have a happy ending. So desist from showing favoritisms among your children. This will be a topic for another video, the dangers of favoritisms among your children. With that being said, let's go back to our main topic. Factor number 6, fond names. Sometimes when a child is born, the parent gives him or her lovely names. In this case, let's say the father gave him Victor and the mother gave him Adoye, which is okay, English and Yoruba name. However, looking at the child growing up, the mother sees that the child behaves more like her late father. So she loves the child more and again names the child after her late father. In this case, let's say Jibola, and everybody, schoolmates, his peers, his teachers, call him Jibola. And this takes over his real name, which is Victor Anadoye. And later on in life, he discovers that he has been bearing his maternal grandfather's name and has even let it spill into his documents as either initials or full lettered name. And before I forget, there is an area of this factor which is more of a circumstantial problem than it is anybody's fault. For example, there are situations where a woman has suffered a denied pregnancy, gave birth to the child in her father's house, and the child grows up answering the maternal grandfather's name, and boom, a father shows up. If all is well resolved and all rights of paternity conferred to that man, recognizing him as the father of the child, the next thing you should do is to effect the change of the child's name in all his documents and credentials immediately, whether you are going to be in the man's life or not. Ensure that the change of name is not just on the level of traditional observance, but also extended to take effect on all your child's documents and certificates. In Nigeria, newspaper publication is just perfect. You can start from there and use it to correct the documents and then back up the ones you cannot correct with the publication. There are a couple of cultures in Africa who believe in reincarnation and continuity of life and give the grandparents' names to the newborn children whom they believe are the grandparents who had come back to life. These children will continue bearing and answering these names as optional names which they use interchangeably with their real names. until it finds its way to their important or official documents where it becomes a problem for them.